Sunshine and Her Siblings, a magical tale of Mother Nature's children once upon a time. In a magical land where the weather and seasons dance together in harmony, there lived a wise old spirit named Mother Nature. She was the ruler of the skies, seas, and everything in between. Her home was a grand, beautiful palace high in the clouds, filled with sparkling crystals, rainbow arches, and blooming flowers from every season. Mother Nature had many children, each with their own unique personality and special powers. They helped her control the weather, but sometimes they could be very difficult to manage. When they worked together, the world below was peaceful and balanced. But when they argued or misbehaved, chaos erupted, storms, floods, and wild winds would take over the land. Mother Nature's eldest daughter was Sunshine, a bright, golden-hearted girl who was always kind and loving. Sunshine brought warmth, light, and joy to the world. Her golden rays were like soft blankets, making everyone feel cozy. She was her mother's greatest helper, always working hard to keep things running smoothly. Then there were Sunshine's sisters, South Wind and West Wind, gentle and helpful girls who brought cool breezes and calm weather. But not all of Mother Nature's children were as easy to handle. Sunshine's brothers were quite mischievous. Lightning, the twin brother of Thunder, loved to play tricks and create loud, crackling storms. Snow, the fourth child, was quiet and cold, but she loved to cover the world in beautiful white blankets when it was her turn to play. Rain was always sad, and he spent his days crying, sending raindrops down to the earth. East Wind was grumpy and liked to blow cold air that made everyone shiver. And then there was Thunder, who rumbled and grumbled loudly, and his brother Hail, who liked to throw icy stones. The biggest and loudest of all the siblings was North Wind. His gusts of wind were so powerful that people ran indoors whenever they heard him howl, though his cold breath cleared the air and refreshed the world. One chilly November day, Mother Nature was feeling very tired. She had been hard at work all summer and fall, making sure the plants grew tall, the leaves turned golden, and the crops were harvested. Now it was time for her to rest. "My dear children," she said, gathering her family around her, "I am going to take a long nap. You must be good while I sleep. Do your jobs faithfully and wake me up when March comes around, so I can get everything ready for spring." "Yes, Mama," said Sunshine, kissing her mother on the forehead and tucking her into bed with the softest clouds. "Don't worry, I'll keep everyone in line while you rest. Sleep well, and I'll wake you up in time for the spring work." Mother Nature smiled and closed her eyes, drifting off into a peaceful sleep. Sunshine, being the eldest and the most responsible, smiled back at her mother. She knew she had a big job ahead of her, but she was ready. As soon as Mother Nature was asleep, Sunshine got to work. She began spinning her rays of sunshine, preparing them for the days when the world would need warmth and light. But it wasn't long before her siblings started causing trouble. "I've waited long enough," cried Rain, and with that, he began pouring down buckets of water. Streams of raindrops fell from the sky, and soon the world below became muddy and wet. East Wind joined in, blowing cold, sharp gusts of wind that made everyone shiver. "It's my turn to play," he shouted, sending chills through the air. "Please stop," begged Sunshine, trying to calm her brothers. "Let me shine a little. The world needs a break from all this cold and rain." But Rain and East Wind wouldn't listen, and soon everyone down on Earth was complaining about the dreary November weather. Fortunately, help was on the way. North Wind, the strongest of all the winds, was returning from a long trip to Iceland. He roared into the land, his powerful gusts blowing away the clouds and drying up the mud. "What a mess you've made!" North Wind scolded his younger siblings. "Let me fix this before Christmas comes." North Wind blew away the fog, cleared the rain-soaked ground, and then called on his sister Snow. Snow floated down from the sky, covering the world in a soft, white blanket of snowflakes. Soon, everything sparkled and shone under the winter sun. Sunshine was finally able to peek out, making the ice on the trees glitter like diamonds. The world looked magical, and everyone was happy again. The children played outside, sledding down snowy hills and building snowmen. Christmas trees appeared in every home, and the bells rang joyfully through the frosty air. "The Christmas holiday will be perfect if we can keep our naughty brothers in check," said Sunshine, smiling as she watched the fun. To make sure they didn't cause any trouble, she gave Rain and East Wind pastries filled with poppy seeds. The seeds made them so sleepy that they dozed off like bears in hibernation and didn't wake up until the new year. Snow continued to play her gentle pranks, sprinkling soft snowflakes everywhere. North Wind kept the air crisp and fresh, making everyone's cheeks rosy and eyes bright. Everything was calm and peaceful. But as January came to an end, things started to change. Rain and East Wind woke up, and they were not happy. "How dare she put us to sleep with poppy seeds," they grumbled. "We'll get back at her." They joined forces with Hail and created a terrible storm. Rain poured down, flooding rivers and fields. Hail pelted the ground with icy stones, and East Wind howled, making the world dark and cold. Poor Sunshine was at her wit's end. She tried her best to calm her brothers, but they wouldn't listen. Luckily, her sister West Wind came to help. Together, they fought back. West Wind blew with all her might, pushing East Wind away, while Sunshine's bright rays dried up the flooded ground. By the time March arrived, the world looked much better. The snow was melting, the air was warming up, and tiny green buds were appearing on the trees. "Now we need to get everything ready before Mother wakes up," said Sunshine. "I hope she'll be pleased with all the work we've done." The siblings all agreed to help. March was a busy month. North Wind and Snow packed away their winter blankets, while Rain softened the earth with gentle showers. Sunshine spread her golden rays over the land, and soon, the first flowers of spring began to bloom. When April arrived, Mother Nature finally woke up. She rubbed her eyes, stretched, and looked out at the beautiful world. My, what a wonderful job you've done," she exclaimed, smiling at Sunshine. "You've kept everything in order while I slept. I'm so proud of you." Sunshine beamed with pride and sat on her mother's lap. "It wasn't easy," she said, "but we all worked together in the end." Mother Nature hugged her daughter. "Come, my dear children," she said, "let's celebrate the arrival of spring together." The whole family gathered for a grand spring festival. Each sibling had a chance to show off their talents. Sunshine filled the world with light, Rain sent down soft showers, and even the winds danced playfully through the trees. It was a joyful time, and everyone agreed that the world was at its most beautiful when they all worked together. And so, the seasons turned once more, with Sunshine and her siblings always ready to help their mother make the world a wonderful place to live.